ridiculous. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Tech Talk with Abstract, but really it's just Tech Talk with Brooke J. Lacey. Abstract just gets to be the first foray into this. This is Coffee. I'm so excited because Coffee and I have known each other a long time, just internet friends. But I think that he's probably ridiculous. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Tech Talk with Abstract, but really it's just Tech Talk with Brooke J. Lacey. Abstract just gets to be the first foray into this. This is Coffee. I'm so excited because Coffee and I have known each other a long time, just internet friends. But I think that he's probably or you've probably sort of heard my voice, maybe seen a video or two. So people they know me, but I don't have a chance to really see people, or I'm a big in person, or seeing someone's face. It's just my thing. I would just much rather have that interaction. So this is Coffee's first time doing a live stream. Do you do Twitter Spaces? Yeah, you've been in.
I have been on a few for boring security.
Right.
Generally not too many though. So, and yeah, this is my first live stream
So
here. First
excited.
time, I guess my big doxing. So, um,
Hey, I love it. I'm trying to get Saigar to docs, and he's like, "No, Brooke, it's not happening." I'm like, all right. I mean, he can use an avatar and a voice changer. That's fine. But I'm like, no, for sure. Show us your face. Yeah, that's terrible. But we were just talking before we went live, that I'm popping his cherry. So I'm so glad that Coffee has my humor and is okay with just me being me. Um, this is just very exciting. I think people. Okay, let me just give you this little tidbit, because I was just on a live stream with somebody and they're like, what do you even do, Brooke? Are you a dev? Are what's the thing? And I'm like, here's what it is. I am a technologist. That's it. I've been in tech since the 90s. I know I look young, and that, hey, I'm good with that. However, I have been doing tech since the fucking 90s. I have a computer science degree from 1999. If you need some COBOL written, well, I'm not really your gal for that because I don't remember any of it. But I technically am a computer scientist. And then I went back to school and was doing cybersecurity. I rage quit that because the traditional cybersecurity world is not real keen on blockchain, which that's a whole nother topic. Um, but I don't necessarily code anymore. I'm more managerial, or consulting. But what I found years ago was I'm really good at having conversations and being able to bridge the gap between the super technical and either the business side, because that's what I do in my professional life, as a consultant. Oh, what did I do? You can actually just cut me off and say, okay,
oh
Coffee X coin, right? What I
yeah,
actually
yeah,
thought I did type that. Okay.
yeah. We've got some coffee coin that is not me. So,
Wait, do
um,
you think it actually tagged it? Because I just put the app thinking
I think it did
it
on
probably
Twitter
did.
actually.
It probably did. Oh my God.
67 followers. This project is probably like, what is going on? Um, but
Well, whatever. Oh my God, Jared's here. Oh,
all
I'm
right.
so
Hey, Jared.
excited.
Hey, hey, GM,
So
GM.
just really, really fast. I know you both know that I ramble. So, and I want to get to what we're talking about with Coffee, but somebody in the last live stream, it's very bright in here. Was like, "Brooke, what do you even do?" Uh, but I'm a technologist. I am a nerd. Maybe I don't code, anymore. I definitely went through a 4-month boot camp last year, and I know Java. I know JavaScript. I could probably do some things, but what I love most is bridging the gap between the super technical and either an audience or the business, which is what I do in my, real life. But this idea of content creation, and Jared knows all about this. Your stuff is so on point, and I am not just glazing, as the kids say. Truly, the content is legitimately some of the best I've ever seen in terms of DevRel. Whoever's editing it is genius. So all that being said, Coffee and I know each other from Twitter and just different chats. I think we've chatted a couple times just about random shit. And what I love about you guys as developers and as fellow technologists is that you are willing to get on here and talk to people, because this isn't just about sitting behind a computer and writing code. Not anymore, guys. I'm saying that to like the general audience. Like, that's not what it's about much anymore. It is about, well, I think we said this last time, Jared, and then I'm going to get into what we're talking about. Is that it used to be that you would get a job as a software developer at a business, at a company, and it was very like insulated, and you just worked on that company's proprietary stuff. It wasn't this, I mean, things were open source, but it wasn't like this huge sort of community of developers that kind of like built stuff together. Nowadays, that's Web3. That's the third iteration of the internet, is building things that we own. So that's just a really exciting thing, and that's why these things are so important. Like being a DevRel and putting out content, because all these different, you're not hiring these developers. You want them to do the stuff sort of on their own, and then come into the ecosystem. So that being said, Coffee is the GOAT developer. I think so, but so does the co-founder of Abstract, Mr. Michael Lee. I don't know how many times in that chat, Jared, he's like, you got to have coffee. Coffee's the GOAT. Coffee's the GOAT. I'm like, well, I already know that. But like, why do you think that Michael Lee thinks you're the GOAT, Coffee? First question.
I don't know. I mean, I certainly appreciate that. Been developing for, I don't know, 10, 12 years now. And I mean, honestly, my whole life, but like professionally for 10 or 12 years. And,
Yeah.
Been in the Web3 space here for quite a while, seen, things. Oh, my camera's dropping out. We'll switch to the other one.
Well, there you go.
I've been, in the Web3 space for quite a while, and seen things come and go. Looking to really make a lasting impact here. So, I've been
I
kind
love
of heads
that.
down, just cranking stuff out for Abstract, and honestly, this is the first time I've actually had time to hop on something like this. So,
Yay.
yeah,
Well, I
excited
do know
to
that
talk
you're a
about.
dad that makes dinner, so that's
Yes,
awesome.
yes, for sure. That's um, takes the kids take a lot of time. So,
They do.
um,
Even my 20-year-old is like, he calls me every day. I'll be traveling, like, yes, buddy, what do you need? What's up? So it never stops, just by the way. Like, I love that he's, on his own and doing stuff, but he still needs mom probably forever. So that's awesome. Um, Jared, we already know you. We only have a a little bit, but once Coffee has to go and cook dinner, Jared, you and I can jam a little bit if you have time. If not, no big deal. Um, so I did put in the original post that we were going to talk about smart contracts, which technically that's parts of this, right? But what we're going to get really specific in the Abstract Global Wallet and session keys, and what that all means. And like, I think I know what everything means, but I probably don't. So really going to just ask general questions. I know you shared your screen, so let's just get into it. There. Oh, I think that looks good, right? The three of us on the side. If anybody
yeah,
in the chat like does can't see that, please let me know. Um, oh, there is a chat going on. I'll keep. Oh my God, Saigar just said coffee should be coding right now.
he's not wrong. So,
Too bad.
um,
Can I kick Saigar out of the chat? How do I? I'm just kidding.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I want to talk about Abstract Global Wallet. Kind of talk about what we've been working on. Some of the features that you get with uh, a smart contract wallet versus just your standard EOA. EOA is externally owned account, so that's we talk about that in boring security. We talk about how an EOA is basically anything that's got a private key behind it. So you've got a MetaMask, you've got a Ledger, whatever. Those all have some sort of private key. So smart contract
Wait,
wallets are
Coffee,
actually.
hold on. Can you change your like I tried to make it bigger, but will you change your browser to like be like, I don't know, 100? Yeah. Yeah.
Is that
Thank you.
is it
Okay.
better? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So a smart contract wallet is actually deployed code on the chain. A really good example of an early version of this would be like a safe multisig. Those have been used for a while. We're now seeing broader adoption of smart contract wallets for individual users with the launch of ERC 4337, which was the big push, I believe, 2 Ethereum upgrades ago, introduced that. And then now we've got our ZK stack has built-in native account abstraction, which goes a step further and lets you even just have that sort of as your standard wallet. And the blockchain or the block explorer is great because it shows transactions being initiated from that smart contract wallet instead of from like an external bundler. So we've got like a really good experience there around smart contract wallets. So I'm going to demo a feature that we've been working on. We were working with Roscoe at Revoke Cash. Great guy, amazing public good, helping people manage token approvals, all of that. So just going to demo one of the features that you've got with a smart contract wallet, something that you can't do with an EOA. And so this is actually a batch transaction. So one of the big things people complain about is like, oh, why do I have to do a separate transaction for every revocation that I want to do? And it's because you have to interact with the smart contract that you want to do the revoke on. And so you may have USDC, you may have your Bored Apes, you may have some other token. A standard EOA, you've got to do one transaction to every single smart contract that you want to revoke for everything you have approved to it. So that could be hundreds of things if you've been out degenning, trading, all of that. So I'm going to demo this. This is on Abstract Testnet. We've got like a test branch here of Revoke Cash. I've got my Abstract Global Wallet connected, and I'm going to just select these, and I'm going to hit revoke.
So are we farming here? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, totally. No, farmers will get smoked.
Oh my God.
All right, maybe I'll send Roscoe a little tip because this is a great service here. Gonna do a revoke.
Oh, you're batch revoking.
Yeah, so I get a pop-up here, and of course, because we're live streaming, it's not gonna work.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. We go. All right, you love those live tech demos.
That's all right. That's totally fine.
Just
get better Wi-Fi.
Yeah, apparently.
Starlink.
All right, let's try that again. Something is not working here. Let me try no tip. I haven't actually tried this with tip. No. All right. I might have logged myself out of the global wallet. That may be why. Let's try that again. I'm just gonna.
It's so clean that testnet. I think for a lot of people, it turns them off from trying to become a builder, like trying to they're brand new to stuff. If the UI is not great, awesome. There you go.
There we go. All right. Yeah, I had logged out. There's a state issue there. I had logged out. I'd cleared all my browser stuff so I could demo this from the start, but it didn't clear something out. So, all right. So yeah, so this is our batch transaction view. So basically this is saying, I'm going to do an approval of USDC. This is actually a revoke, but the method for revoking a token is approve. So I'm approving 0 in this case. But I'm gonna hit continue, and then here's my other one, and this is actually a set approval for all on this NFT. It looks like this one's not completely parsed. Here we go. We're setting approval to false. Yes, and then I'm gonna approve that. And as you'll see, this is gonna send the transaction. All done. And then it should get the status window here. Yep. So as you can see, both these were done in the same transaction. So unlike on Ethereum mainnet or with an EOA, these revokes were both done in a single transaction. So if I take a look at this, and then you can see this was from my smart contract wallet. So the way this works, because it's a batch transaction, the smart contract wallet is actually calling itself. So it does look a little weird with the batch transaction, but if we look at the logs, you can see here's the approval for all on the NFT, and then I believe this is the approve on the ERC20. So those both got revoked in the same transaction through that batch mechanism. So that's one of the huge benefits of a smart contract wallet is that ability to batch transactions. And that, that applies for other things as well. Jared's put together some examples of a proven swap. So, you think about somebody who logs into Uniswap for the first time.
Right.
They've got a token they want to swap. They've got to sign an approval. They've got to wait for that approval to go through. Then they get prompted again. Okay, now you've got to sign the swap, and it's sort of this clunky feeling process, right? One thing, people always talk about Solana and how the UX is so smooth. Part of that is because they don't have that same approval flow that we have. They have sort of this built-in batching mechanism into their transactions, and so we actually enable that with Abstract Global Wallet. So you can just have a single approval, basically, or single pop-up that says, I want to approve and swap one transaction, and it's done.
Right.
So that, combined with our really short block times, we can have sub-second block times, it can give that same really smooth, fast experience, where you don't feel like the wallet is hindering your ability to transact, or the
Let me ask you
flow is.
this. Why has this not been like, is it sort of like back in the day when these cypherpunks were trying to make digital cash a thing and it just wasn't working, so they just iterated and iterated, and then Satoshi, figured out the right way to do it. Isn't this what we've been trying to like accomplish, and then Abstract now has accomplished it? Like, does that question make sense? Like, what was it? I mean, was it the team that it was such a goated team that you guys just like figured out the special sauce, and now all of this, now we have this incredible technology?
I think a lot of it's about focusing on the right thing. So, I mean, we've had a
Yeah.
lot of really smart, really nerdy people building a lot of really cool tech for tech people.
Yeah.
That we've had a real lack of focus on UX and really polished applications, building smooth experiences, focusing on the users. And that's where I think Abstract has really the right vision, and we're focusing on consumers. And what does a consumer want to do? Not what does a tech person want to do? What does a cypherpunk
Yeah.
want to do? We really need something built for the consumers. And so, we have some really smart product people that have focused on that, and then we've got talented tech people. He's put together an amazing team, and to
I
really
just want to
execute on that
really
vision.
quickly, let me just, because I know this is taking up more of the screen, but I do want you to see what is happening here in the chat. I don't understand. Pop Punk thinks that he's the star. Not sure like what he thinks going on here. I mean, he could definitely join in the chat, the live stream, but this really is all about coffee. But OX Beans says to me, to answer my question, it's because no one else had coffee. So I just now they're all chiming in. So I am going to take that overlay off because this is the coffee show. Go ahead, keep going. Just
Yeah.
to
So
know
I want
if
to
they're saying that shit.
Yeah, I want to keep going on some of our features, and we got
Okay.
permission here from the Multiplier team to demo their implementation of session keys. So this
Yay!
is this is coming hot off the press. Been working closely with them to get this implemented, because session keys are going to be a huge unlock for users. So one of the things that a lot of teams came to us with was they had integrated Privy into their app, or they looked at Privy. And Privy is great. We've worked really closely with them as well. They have built an amazing product, but there's some
Yeah.
flaws with the embedded wallet model. The biggest one being this sort of fragmentation, where every app you log into has a separate wallet, and you have to fund that wallet. And um, then you've got, I've got funds over here in this app, but maybe I'm using this app right now, so I need to go log into that one, transfer the funds over. Like, it gets into a mess. So you've got a separate wallet on every app. And so this is where this global wallet concept is really great. But then the problem is, teams are used to this sort of seamless experience with the embedded wallets, where they can basically put auto signing into their front end, where you're signing transactions, you're interacting, but it doesn't really feel like it. You don't have those pop-ups. So we came in with Abstract Global Wallet, said, here, this solved that fragmentation issue But then we had these signing pop-ups, and teams said, well, that doesn't really feel like the smooth user experience we want to deliver. So that's where session keys come in. Session keys are basically a sign once to pre-approve a limited scope of transactions. So think about when you log in with your Twitter or your GitHub, that kind of thing. It tells you here's the things that this app is allowed to do, and I'll actually demo that here with Multiplier. Right? They have a sign in with your X account. So I'm going to sign in. It's got this scope here. Things this app can do. Right? It can view the posts that I can view. It can see accounts that I can view. That's all.
That's similar to Discord. Like that's kind of what I see when I log into Discord.
This is called an OAuth scope, is sort of the technical term for it, right? So this is a set of permissions that you're giving this app. This app can't post on my behalf. It can't retweet things or like things on my behalf, right? So
it's not an AI agent.
Right. It's not an AI agent. So I know, okay, here's this limited scope of what it can do. I'm okay with that. I'm going to authorize it. Session keys are the same concept, but on the blockchain. So I'm going to sign a transaction, creating a session key. And it's basically saying, I'm going to allow this app to transact on my behalf, but only in very specific circumstances. So the session key requires that you define the exact set of contracts that it can interact with, how much it can spend per transaction, how much it can spend total. And then you can do things, even more advanced things like it can transact, but only once every 30 days. So there's possibilities for things like recurring payments there. That granular scope is what makes the session keys so powerful, is you allow sort of that concept of like multiple transactions on your behalf, but only within that scope that you've pre-authorized. So I'm going to go ahead and demo that now, right? So I'm going to sign in with my X account, and then, all right, so I have this authorize your wallet, right? I'm going to go ahead and click this, and I'm going to get my pop-up for AGW that says, do you want to connect your wallet? I'm going to approve it, and then I'm going to get a transaction. So this transaction, we don't have the parsing fully in place yet, but that will be coming. That talks about, basically what are you approving? So this is creating a session key here. So I'm going to hit approve on this. And then that transaction's complete. I'm done. And now I'm going to hit launch. I'm going to send my rocket to hopefully win some coins.
Oh.
I'm going to try it again. I'll win this time. Still no. Oh man. Unlucky.
Can you move it to the right or left?
I'm unlucky right now.
Straight up.
I need them to rig the odds for the demo.
They rigged it. Oh man.
They're oh, we're not letting this happen.
All right. But hey, I got the dopamine going. All right, there we go.
Have you lost money? Oh, there we go. Ooh, who's this lady?
All right. Keep going. It gets the dopamine going.
Yeah, I'm high for sure.
Right. Yeah. See, now I'm gonna jack it up. I'm gonna bet more.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Multiply. Oh, now you're down.
As I increase the bet, I lose. All right. But you know what?
He just keeps going.
Every single one of these plays was an on-chain transaction.
Yeah, I get you.
So let me pull up the Explorer here. Take a look at my my wallet. They're changing the UI around on me a little bit. That's base scan. All right, that's not the right.
I think OX Beans just called me the multiplier mommy, or was that the lady on the screen? I don't know. Will you make that screen bigger? Can you?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
So check this out. So this is my global wallet here. Notice these transactions. So every single one of these was one of those plays. You can see the amounts, right? The small amounts of ETH playing this game. But there were no transaction confirmation pop-ups.
Right.
But you know what this app can't do? It can't send ETH to you. It can't just send ETH to them. It can only interact with this contract and this specific function on this contract even.
Right.
So that's where the
Just that,
session keys.
it's like it takes it down to that particular piece of whatever it's doing. I'm trying to be like as layman as possible. Like it just takes out that little piece and executes on that, and that's it.
Exactly. It's totally granular. So you as the user have only approved this one specific thing to be done with that session key. Now you can approve multiple. So say there's a more complex on-chain MMO or something like that, right? That has a bunch of different things. So you might have,
Right.
an attack function, you might have a runaway function, you might have a dodge function, right? You can approve all of those in a single session key. But again, it's still limited to those 3 things that you've approved.
Right.
So super flexible. Basically you can allow as little or as much as you want. They have an expiration. I see some questions in the chat. Do you have
Oh,
indefinite
you do see
length
those?
session
Okay.
keys?
I was like, do you see them? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you can set the expiration to the max timestamp, and it's effectively indefinite length. You can't have. So Richard asked, are they always limited scope? Yes. So you can't set a unbounded session key in terms of what it can interact with. So you can't do like a wildcard contract or wildcard of function selector. You also can't approve unlimited ETH. So that's where this session key has a limited spend. I think right now it's set to 1 ETH. So basically, once I spend 1 ETH, I'll need a new session key to be able to continue transacting. So again, that's sort of to protect the user, so they can't just sign away their entire wallet with a session key like that. So
Hold on. Their AGW is rug proof. Then are we making that official statement?
I don't know. I don't know that I want to make that claim. I think this does a lot to help sort of scope and secure interactions. Rug proof. I don't know. We certainly
Nothing is
can't.
rug proof.
Yeah, nothing is rug proof. We certainly can't take funds out of someone's AGW, but we can't necessarily control what they do
Right.
with their AGW. So
I think people forget that like rugs are, yes, done by malicious, actors, but so many things are because we don't know what we're doing. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, we've talked about it in the security, sector all the time, is like, sorry, not sorry. You have agency over whatever you're doing in crypto. So rug proof or user proof, whatever.
Tigar says we are not claiming rug proof.
Yeah, exactly.
So but definitely,
is.
we're definitely very much security conscious. We want to, do as much as possible to make sure that users understand what they're signing. So we do have transaction simulation coming. So that will be a big thing. You see that in a lot of the other wallets now. You've got Phantom and MetaMask and Rabby. They'll all show you sort of the preview of, okay, if I sign this, what's going to happen? I'm gonna send 1 ETH. I'm gonna get back 100,000 of this token, right? So that's
right.
Definitely a one use of that.
Did you want to quickly
You guys
show
they're just like shit chatting. I feel like I need to just take because now they know it's on the screen, so they're like, and I mean, I don't expect anything less from Pop Punk, but for real, guys, Saigar did say that it's rug proof, so just
confirmed. Did you want to show the docs of what it looks like to create it, just to give like a super clear example of the scope?
Yeah, sure. Let me pull that over here. So here's an example. This was
make it bigger. That's what she said. Make it bigger.
Thank you. Yeah. So this is our example code for creating a session key. So this call policies is the bit that controls that scope. So
Oh.
target, so this is the contract address, then the selector, so this is the specific function that can be called. So value limit, the limit type, I believe you can have a lifetime limit, a which is the lifetime of the session key. The limit is the actual amount, and then period is for those more advanced cases where I was talking about, where you can say, I want it to be allowed like only over a certain period of time, so like every 30 days. Um, Constraints, again, is a bit more advanced use case. We haven't delved too far into that yet, but constraints actually allow you to specify even down to the function parameter level. So you could allow transfer, so target being USDC and the selector being transfer. And then you could put constraints on the to field and the amount field to say, I only want to allow this session key to transfer to this address, and I only want it to be able to transfer 100 USDC. And then you could say, I want to allow that to only happen every 30 days. And then I give that session key to Verizon and I say, here's a session key to transfer 100 USDC from my account every month. Recurring payments.
Say the line, Jared.
This is
I
a
don't know what
meme.
this means.
I've been asking it pretty much every day. I'll go through about 200 chats and ask people to integrate AGW. And this has now become say the line, Jared. Just bring me into the chat. And that's all I'll say.
Yeah,
No, I think
I
that
wake
what he
up every
says is
morning
just
and
look
this
at the
guy in
doc.
Australia, has gone through 200 Telegram chats and said, hey, have you integrated AGW yet? So
I'm gonna start doing that now. Like I'm really just gunning for like at some. Can I just be the intern at Abstract? And all my job is to go into chats for you and say, hey, integrated AGW wallet. Michael, hire me for that. No, Sidegar can make that decision. Anyway, so continue with what you were showing us. Don't let these guys distract you. What's the difference with this and sort of like everything else that's been happening up until this point? I know I keep asking, like, why wasn't this done before? Like, what was this magic that happened, that all kind of came together and it just fell into this like perfect set of code? It's not perfect, but you know what I mean.
yeah, I mean, I think again the focus on UX. I think there's been a lot of focus in the last 12 months or so on this concept of account abstraction, smart contract wallets. This is sort of I'm not going to say it's the perfect example. A lot of people have been doing a lot with smart contract wallets. I think the key here is us trying to just find the right mix of the tech on the contract side, as well as the UX, the integration on the user, the interface, how people interact with it, and how apps can integrate it. So, one of the things that, you'll notice with when I connected to Multiplier, when I connected to Revoke, there's no browser extension. This is all just done in the browser. So, some Web2 user comes in, they don't have to go download a wallet extension, create a seed phrase. Like they just put in their email and they log in, and then it's just like logging into their Google account when they want to connect to a site. And so, like I said, just sort of the culmination of all of these various pieces that a lot of smart people in the space have been working on, putting them all together in the right way. Shout out to Stinky Pablo on the team for product, and we worked a lot, like I said, with the guys at Privy. They've done a lot on the UX side, to enable this for us.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I was saying to the guys on the first one is like, there's this balance, right, with sort of teaching the normies or Web2 people, whatever we want to call them. Like my best friend, right, who doesn't know what I do. She thinks I work at Bitcoin. So does my mom. I don't correct them because I think it's adorable. But like, not only I know I'm saying as abstract, but like we are focusing on how easy this is for consumer crypto and the users, but I also, because of that whole like technologist thing and the nerdy thing and everyone that's even in the chat, is that I feel like you guys have made this so easy for the builders, and so it's not just this is going to be such a great UI for people to come and use, because that is what we're all trying to do. But for a lot of like my audience, especially over on TikTok, a lot of them are techie people, and they're like, how do I build? And in some things that I was doing a couple of years ago with doing some like project management between a Web2 company and some of my Solidity developers, was that the Web2 developers were just like, we want to know how to do this. And there really wasn't like, it was just still very complicated. And I kind of had to put them both together, and, like one had to teach the other, and it was just kind of messy. So I feel like that's a big thing, just from, of course, Jared's like, just read the docs. Okay. I did. I went and read some of them. I'm busy, but it seems so easy for someone to not only go, okay, this is something I could like really wrap my head around and get into. And so I just think there should be some kudos there about, you guys have really worked hard on making it easy for builders and developers to integrate that. And so, hey, have you guys integrated the HGW wallet yet? I didn't say that right.
You should
Okay.
have Jared. You should have Jared demo how easy it is to spin up a new app with AGW.
Yes, I would love
True.
that. I would love that.
Jared, you want to take the wheel, demo that? That's one of our I would say hidden gems. I don't think enough people have used that.
Do you want to do it? Because my screen share might not be the best for Twitter.
Yeah, sure. I can.
He's worried about what bookmarks he's got on there.
Terminal here.
No, I just have a super wide monitor, so
all right.
it doesn't look the best.
All right.
Wait, Lorenzo has a question. For example, can you wait, is this a shit post? Can you DCA with AGW without approving manually the transaction?
DCA, possibly. I think we probably could do a DCA with a session key, because it should be the same function selector of swap for each transaction.
Okay.
So I think that somebody could build a DCA app of some sort that uses session keys. So
okay, so like building something specifically for the DCA, like function, behavior, whatever. They're all
yeah, exactly. So it would be like I sign a session key over to the app, right, that says I want to allow swap, and then within that they would be able to basically do that swap on my behalf. We would have to look at that. I think that's where those constraints might come in, where you want to be able to sort of restrict the swap, what it's from, what it's to, that kind of thing. But that's a really good question.
Makes sense. Yeah, Lorenzo, I'm sorry. I know it wasn't a shit post. This is just me. It's live. I sometimes open my mouth and say crazy shit. But we all there's 1,800 people watching this, and we've only been in here for 30 minutes. So
all right. Well, I'm gonna create a new abstract app here. How about that?
Yay. Okay.
All right.
Can that be made a little bigger?
I think this is as big as this one will go.
It's probably as big as that's gonna get. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem, Bob.
Jared, do I have the command right here? I think I do. Should
be. You just read the docs, as Brooke says.
Oh, should I read the docs?
It's only getting started. Yeah, that one.
I guess I could have just copied it right from the docs. All right.
Say the line, Jared.
It's all on
wow. It's online. I should change it to a folder that doesn't already exist.
Live.
All right. Still, it's angry. Oh, this is because of the. It's there. Yeah, there's a dependency issue we got to fix, but we're close there.
Ladies and gentlemen, and young children watching, this is what you call troubleshooting.
Yes.
This is called debugging, if you will. There is a bug inside of his computer. The files are in the computer. Shut up, Brooke.
I think we just
Let's
need to
stylus
update
here.
the command line to do this with the force flag. But
I like a force flag. I like a false flag. Okay.
I may use pnpm
This is
because
very cool.
npm is annoying.
Wait, what did you
Or-
use other than npm? Maybe I don't.
I was saying I might use pnpm.
Oh,
I prefer it over npm. It's just faster, more efficient package manager.
okay. I didn't know that.
So,
Cool.
but that worked at that time. I guess my internet just blipped. So, all right. So I'm gonna do npm
Blame
run
it on the
dev.
internet.
Moment of truth. All right. We
Nice.
have an abstract app.
Yay! That's so
All
cool.
right. And this should, yeah, look at this. It's going to do a sponsored transaction, sponsored mint.
Oh my God, this is so cool.
So all done. All right. There's my transaction. I minted an NFT on testnet. And as you can see, this was paid by Paymaster. So this is one of the other big things here with smart contract wallets, although the chain actually does support it for EOAs as well. So I didn't pay any gas to do this. This Paymaster here, this 0x5407 contract paid the gas for me. So this is just, another example of something where we can make that experience just incrementally better for users, right? They don't have to worry about gas to do what they want, right? The app can sponsor it for them. And then it's this completely seamless experience. Say, you're playing a card game, right? Like you could make every action on chain and then the app sponsors the gas and the user doesn't, they have their cards as NFTs or whatever. And like they're transacting, but they don't even know they're transacting because they've signed a session key. The session key creation was sponsored for them by the app. And then all of those transactions are just taken care of by the app.
It just makes me think about like when we used to always sort of say, blockchain will be widely adopted when people don't know they're using the blockchain. And like, here we are. Like, here we are. This is it. And the cool thing is like the Paymaster type of thing, like you don't have to know what's under the hood. And not only that, but it's one of those things that like for developers and for abstract, you guys wanting developers to build on abstract, this is this cool thing that they're now able to do and then go, my app is better than yours because it's on abstract. And let me tell you why, because you don't have, you know what I mean? Like, it's just this like domino effect or snowball, whatever, that you don't necessarily have to know what's under the hood. It's just, you're just interacting with the blockchain and your life is better. And then all of a sudden, there's world peace and everyone's in love.
Yeah. Lorenzo says this is huge progress for Web3 gaming. I think that's true. I mean, that's one of the things you have that meme of somebody's playing some sort of game and they're running around with their character or whatever. And then like every shot they fire is like a MetaMask transaction pop up. And it's like, nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants to have to like care about the wallet or care about the blockchain, that the infrastructure that the game is running on, right? They just want to play the game. And so that's what we want to be able to bring, to all of these builders that really want to build a Web3 game that's just fun to play. And then in turn to all of the users, all of the consumers that want to play that game.
Right. I don't know if you remember, well, we've talked about how like we both have kids. Mine, I just have one and he's 20. And back in Clubhouse days, we'd be like talking about, NFTs for gaming. And he just was like, I don't care. Like he didn't care. And it was a really good, like sort of vivisection of what, having like this market research of, do young people who are gamers really care about this stuff? And it's like, well, no, because he just had my money to spend. He didn't necessarily care about having this digital item to take with him everywhere, because he'd just like go to the next thing and then I'd just give him money. So this is exactly what we've all been talking about, is like now he's just like, because people would be like, can your can we send a game to your son? Would he play this and like tell us what he thinks? And he's like, is it fun? Because I couldn't give a shit if it's on the blockchain. He's like, is the game fun? So I just had to throw that out there, that like there's other people around, especially like younger generation, that it's like, ask them if they want to do this, or if they even care that it's on. They don't care. So it was like exciting, because now I can go, hey, Broden, like check this thing out. Isn't it fun? And then you've got this whole audience of like all of the people that he plays games with on Discord. He's going to go, hey, my mom's crazy, but she sent me this game that's really fun. Let's play it. Doesn't even know it's blockchain.
Yeah. And then I think, sort of looping back to what Michael was saying on when you had him on, like, then you have this trove of sort of user data that's interoperable, right? Somebody can say, oh, I see Brooke has been playing this game a lot, right? I see the on-chain transactions. I see the interactions. I can say, maybe she has a level 20 character in her wallet, right? I want to drop something from my game, some promotional item or whatever, to everybody that's got like at least a level 10 item from this other game. Hey, free promo, come log in. You've got an NFT now. You can come play our game.
I think we're already seeing it too. Like with Unchained Heroes, Rings, for example, some other games are starting to get that community involved and already reward those holders for their game and come and play that game. It's kind of like a high quality audience that you can tap into right off the bat.
Right. You have this sort of loyal audience of people that, probably share values with the users that you're trying to attract. And then, extend this to, other sort of Web 2 uses like ticketing, right? Concert tickets. Oh, I see that, I don't know, Brooke, what's one of your favorite artists? She's got ticket stubs in her wallet.
I went to see Anima at the Sphere in Las Vegas, just so everyone knows.
Oh my God, like, that's awesome. I saw the clips.
I have so much video of it, like just little clips, and it doesn't do it justice. Like, it is the most incredible thing. If anyone calls it an IMAX, like, give me a fucking break. It is the coolest thing I've experienced in a long time. So Anima, but also like doing the tickets for these shows that I take my son to. He's really into System of a Down and like Avenged Sevenfold and those bands. And I try to keep buying. I was clicking on the ticket to get him a pit one, and it kept like flipping back, and then I couldn't get back into it. Now I have to pay $100 more because I didn't I thought it went through. Anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, we've seen some of this with mostly within the Web3 community. Like, I have a commemorative NFT from the ETH Denver base party, right? You scan the wristband and you could claim an NFT. Imagine the ticket itself is an NFT. After the concert, that turns into a digital collectible. It's got some sort of like animation or whatever from the concert, something cool like that. But then again, like, who you can reach out to, okay, I'm, a similar band in the similar genre, whatever. I want to, drop promos or give whitelist to people that have those ticket stubs from other concerts, right? Then okay, these are people that actually attended a concert, instead of just, oh, this is a scalper that's going to go flip it to somebody for more money. So, that sort of gives you that network effect where you can look at that data, look at the on-chain interactions, and really get a better, like Jared said, like a high quality user base or group of people that are going to actually care about what you're doing.
Right. I turned off the screen share because I know you've got, let's just say, 6 minutes.
I do have to run here very shortly.
Yeah. No, it's good. Do you want to show anything else on your screen? Or do you want to
I don't think so. I think we can be done with demo day for right now. But
no, I'm so glad. Here's the thing, like, I don't ever know what the person's going to be, like what's going to happen on stream. Is it just going to be me like awkwardly asking questions where there's like yes or no answers or whatever? But like, you like primo, this is what I wanted to do, was like show on the screen. I did joke with you in a DM about it, and you're like, I'm not going to code on screen, and I'm like, We'll get you there. Like we'll get you because people want to see that. 100 people. I can't even say numbers. 2,000 people, over 2,000 people, and we've only been on here for 50 minutes. So people are interested.
They
in
got
this.
to see me fight with NPM. Welcome to
Yes.
coding in TypeScript.
It's very therapeutic, apparently, Bean says.
I'm a Solidity dev, and Saigar, he's got me chained up to a desk here writing TypeScript. So
I don't envy you, but I also do because it sounds like fun to work for Abstract, and
it's been amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep hinting to them, like, I don't know, intern, I'll get everyone coffee. Like, I'll literally fly to each of you and just get coffee. You could just, yeah, whatever you need. Again, I could just message people, hey, have you implemented AGW yet? See, I said it right that time. So
Sorry,
just
put
keep
Jared
it in
out of a
mind.
job.
Yeah, then I don't have a job.
Oh, right. Oh my God, you have so much to do. Or maybe you're just done with the docs and now you're just messaging people about AGW. That could
Message
be.
people to read the docs.
Just read the docs. I am going to be clipping this. I need to either talk to you guys about your video editor or like hire one because there's some gems. Like I could just clip together all the times that we said it. It'll be funny, but who has time for that? Not me. All right, Coffee, you have 5 minutes. What else would you like to talk? We could like talk about yeah, see, your boss just said it. I don't know what he's doing. I feel like you have work to do, sir. What are you doing listening to us talk about hiring me? That's really
What is
So-
Saigar doing these days? He's off writing AI agents or something. I don't even know
Right.
what he's like. Abstract? What's that?
I was like, is it, well, somebody, I think Finn posted saying like Abstract will be the AI agent chain. I'm like, hold on a second. Everyone just hold on. It hasn't even launched yet. What is happening? See, I'm telling Saigar, like, he needs to come on. Look, listen, sir, you can cover your face, you can change your voice or whatever, but like, we should really, Saigar's left the chat.
And get one of those, put him behind the sheet and use the voice changer or whatever, like they do in that where there's a witness interviews.
Yes,
that,
totally.
like that deep robotic voice. Turns out Saigar is an AI after all.
Or he's a woman or something. I don't know. That would be terrible. If you were, LARPing as a man. Okay, shut up, Brooke. Sometimes you can't cut out what I say. I'm sorry. I'm replay.
Saigar, make an agent do the stream for you.
True. You get like a VTuber.
That's going to be able, like, we're going to be able to do that. I really would love for somebody to like make an AI agent like physical for me to just know the content. Like, let's feed it all my TikTok content. Saigar, are you listening? Let's do this. Feed it all my Facebook videos, all the stuff that I've been doing for like 5 years, podcast episodes, get my voice down, and then just let it make content for me and see how like exactly it is. Does it use hand gestures like me? Does it sound like me? I'm down for that. Does it buy crypto like me, which just goes to zero?
We'll get Saigar a WASI, and all the WASIs have 3D models, and there's a motion capture thing, so he can just LARP as a WASI on stream.
I have a WASI. Like, let's do it.
All right.
Dyla says, let's be grateful our overlord Saigar has chosen to use his powers for good. Oh my goodness.
That is the truth, to be honest. I look at all, these bad actors in the space and like the amount of effort they put into writing drainers and all of that. And it's like, if they use their powers for good, like this space could be so far ahead of where we are. It's always,
honestly.
Yeah. So
we were talking about that earlier, just in general, like for a lot of us women, like, if we just used our time and our intuition and our skills to build each other up. And I know this isn't part of the stream, but I think guys sometimes feel this too, but I think there is a little bit more camaraderie when it comes to guys, and us women need to really be more conscious of like building each other up. And I don't know where that came from.
Yeah,
just like,
we're trying
you
to
know,
elevate that at Abstract. We have
yeah.
an Abstract group for women in the Discord,
Oh
and
yeah, the Abstract Angels.
yeah,
I'm a Dyla and I are good friends. And when she took that on, I was like, oh, well done, Abstract. So yeah, we were just on a VC earlier, helping all these Abstract Angels get used to and get comfortable with speaking on camera and stuff. So
yeah.
I'm
I think
bullish
it's
on
super
Abstract.
important to elevate women in the space. It's
Yes.
funny, we talk about consumer crypto, and yet crypto is like 90% young men. Um,
Yes.
but if you look at consumer demographics, women control like 80% of the spending.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what does that mean? That means that we need more women in the space.
Correct.
So I'm all about that. I'm all about let's bring the women into crypto in a way that's it's friendly for them.
Right.
It's not an easy
No,
task.
people have for a long time, because I have a large following on TikTok, and most of them are women, and I have taught about crypto and tried to like make it basic for them, and I'm very bullish on that because these are women of a certain age, elder millennials, Gen X, some like younger boomers that have money. Like these are women that have money that want to understand how to invest, that maybe don't learn from the men in their life for whatever reason, or just never did. So many of us just like never had that education, especially that age. I think younger generations now are learning that. But like, it's not silly to go on something like TikTok. Like, where's the audience? For me, it was there. And now I'm able to take this and go to them and go, look how easy. I don't have to explain to you what a wallet is. I don't have to explain to you about any of this jargon. Just go over here, click on this, log in like you would normally do, and do all the things that you want. Have a Disneyland experience. So it's 2:56, or for me, whatever time it is for you, 4:56.
Yes.
So
I,
I'll
I
I'll
I
let
do
you
need
go.
to drop off here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. It has been
Thanks for coming,
wonderful, and we'll
Buffy.
have to do this again. Um,
Well, Fairside next week. So if you, I'll try to do it like earlier in the day. I'm not sure how it'll work, but Fairside and Coffee and I are ambassadors for Fairside, and now they're building on Abstract. And I know that Coffee was really, really big, had a hand in that. So big fan of yours. Thank you, Jared. Do you want to stay on and shoot the shit?
I'm gonna jump off as well, sadly, but again,
I
appreciate you
bet he
having us.
doesn't,
And
and he's just like, oh no,
oh
get me
god,
out
I
of
want to
here.
do this this one-on-one. That's too much.
Just read the docs, Brooke. God damn it. Just read the docs. Oh, maybe I'll stay on and just like read the docs and see how many people drop off.
Yeah, there'll be like 2 viewers left. Your channel will get deleted.
The channel will get deleted. I don't know if I can like play YouTube videos, but I could like go to the Abstract YouTube and just like I could just leave, and then like it's just the YouTube videos. I mean,
Just
why
farming
not?
views.
Just
Yeah.
stream it. Yeah. This is the farming that I'm doing with Abstract. I will not get smoked because oh, by the way, I'm a Giga Chad now.
Nice. You deserve it. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I promise that I do read the docs. And
I
I
don't
want
mind
to
if
I
you
want to
don't.
tell
It's
you
okay.
that like I know that I'm not a fancy software developer. I know enough. But I am going to build a little app by myself. And
Nice.
I'm going to integrate HW just like you. And kind of just go through it and record it and just like see, hey, I'm not a newbie, but I'm not a like senior dev. How easy will it be for somebody like me to create something? So
Yeah, that'd be great.
it will be an AI agent and will make
Ooh.
Saigar happy.
Yeah, that'd be
Cool.
awesome. I'll get you in
Well,
a Telegram chat and start annoying you.
oh yeah, yeah. No, I
You get
won't pay
the
attention.
treatment.
I won't pay attention. How do you feel about doing a like daytime tech talk? I'm getting this. We're live, so your answer. Think about it carefully. Uh, like doing like a Saturday or whatever, like during the day, me and you just go on and like you literally just how Coffee did it, where you just kind of get to more people. I know you have YouTube and I know there's docs, but what about an hour set every week? Maybe you think about it, where
Yeah,
you can
no,
just
I'd love
literally
to.
go through stuff and okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a lot. I know you guys are like really grinding, but like I was saying yesterday to NF Tully, I talked to him about the Magic Eden, day one thing, and I feel like everyone's kind of like it's building up to this, to Saigar pressing the button, like go, and
Yeah,
like explodes, like we were saying. But there's so much to do after that. There's so much to do just in
100%. Yeah.
general, content, like making sure things are running smoothly. So we're just going to keep having these conversations and getting as many people, because again, 1 hour, there's 2,500 people. And then on the replay, there will be even more. So go ahead and drop off. I'm really grateful for you. I'm really excited that this has done what I've set out to do. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen, but I'm excited. So yay! Thanks,
No, you're killing it.
Jared.
Yeah, we'll
Thanks.
see who can join in next week as well. Hopefully, I'll be there too.
Yeah, yeah. The
Sweet.
next week, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Central. It was just that Coffee had to do 4 p.m., which is fine.
Yeah.
And I know Michael will be back from CES. I'm so jealous. But we'll figure that out. We'll do some more tech and yeah, because I know he was a little like he was kind of like, well, it's not about the tech, like abstract is abstracting away the tech, and it's like, okay, yes. However, people really do like learning about the
Yeah.
technology behind it, and it's easy for us to talk about abstract to the normies. That is the biggest thing here. Is it's not too jargony. That's a word.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, I
made it
think
up.
they're kind of the same opinion, just framed differently. I think what Michael and I guess Finn and I were saying last week was a lot of the time in crypto and blockchain, especially, the tech comes first, whereas
Right.
you like what applications are you actually using in blockchain? Like I know how this stuff
Right.
works. Most people don't give a shit, like you said. If the game's
Right.
not fun, if the experience is not fun, people don't care. They're not going to use it. They don't give a shit about how
Right.
it works under the hood. So,
Yeah.
but on the other side, it's like, well, a lot of the stuff that Coffee showcased today actually enables us or enables the application builders to create those experiences where it's like, okay, well, you don't actually need to worry about the tech as a user.
Yeah.
So you can just sign up
Exactly.
with Google or an existing wallet if you're a crypto native. And then, yeah, the session keys is dope. It's really new. I think that's one of the first implementations. But yeah,
Right.
not having to sign each transaction and, not getting rugged at the same time. It's kind of a nice balance of security and ease of use as well. So yeah, I agree with you. I think
It
the
is
tech is
good.
super important, but the applications need to be fun experiences, as you mentioned.
It has to
First.
be first.
Yeah.
Yeah. First and foremost, it has to. So it's like chicken and the egg.
Yeah.
What comes first? The building of it easily or the funness of it? Well, I'm not articulate. Essentially what you're saying is like
Yeah.
this has to be it's a circle. The developers have to build something that people want. And isn't that part of that like panoramic governance too? It's like this is just a cycle of where the funds flow, and that because it's all incentive. This is how blockchain works. And so that let's talk about panoramic governance next time. That would
Yeah.
be awesome. And
Get
how
my
that really
get the lawyers on as well at the same time.
yes, that's fine too. I mean, we can talk about like hypothetically, if something were to be called panoramic governance,
Yeah,
it would work
exactly.
like this.
If it was to be on a layer 2, we'll see.
If it was like on a thing called absolutely, on a thing on a chain maybe, or something to that
Something,
effect.
yeah. Yeah,
Perfect.
that's a one you gotta be careful with, I think. But
Yeah.
I'm down to do it. I think
Yeah.
I mean, especially Saigar and Beans, like maybe we can go. I don't know. I don't want to commit them to anything, but
Listen,
they're the
they
ones that
both
wrote it
told
up.
me that
Yeah.
they would be up for it after mainnet launch. They both. I have receipts. Like I have Twitter
Expose
DMs.
them.
They both follow me. Like they said it. I don't know if they're still listening, but the 400 more people came on, so they have to still be listening. They're just not commenting in the chat because I think they know that I will keep the receipts. But like they said, sure, Brooke, we'll come on your live stream. Maybe they thought I wasn't going to get any watchers. I don't know, but I really think it's important because I don't think Saigar gets that he's like a celebrity in the developer world. He like literally since Azuki, right? Didn't he write the Azuki
Yeah, I
smart
think he was
contract?
involved in the ERC 721A smart
Yeah.
contracts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Since then, it's like I don't think he gets it. There's a few out there that like we would love to learn from. We would love, and of course we do with his threads and everything on Twitter. It would just be so cool to watch somebody who is passionate about coding or technology or whatever, kind of just show us the goods, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll work on that. We'll work
Yeah,
on
I'll
that.
try convince him for you. And
Okay.
Beans as well. Especially if we could get like a post-mainnet episode of Panoramic Governance explained by the authors. That'd be pretty lit.
Yes. Oh my God. Wait, who are the authors?
It's Beans and Saiga.
Just
And
the two of
I
them?
think it's just the two of them, yeah, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Yeah.
I don't see why they couldn't explain it if they authored it. Maybe the lawyers just need to be consulted first.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
the only
sure.
thing there is like this is genuine, like not just trying to avoid the question. It is like
Oh
a
yeah.
proposal that anyone can apply to any L2. Like it's not specifically going to be on abstract or designed
Right.
specifically for abstract. It's pretty
Right.
much like a new way to govern an L2 and incentive mechanisms around an L2, I guess.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not it's not closed source, if you will. Like, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of
exactly.
like
Yeah.
anybody could use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. It's gonna be very cool. Dyla says, just really quickly, do you have to go right now?
I probably should, but I
Okay.
can stay for like 2 minutes. Yeah.
The last thing that Dyla says is Abstract has the largest concentration of genuinely talented, intelligent creators and builders who happen to be women in Web3. So I don't know if you know, because we just met, but I have a viral video from 2021 about women in Web3 panels, and it
Yeah.
really makes fun of that whole thing. Does it mean that I'm not like passionate about getting women into Web3 or women into tech? No, I spent 10 years doing girls in tech workshops in Boise, Idaho. Like I'm very passionate about that. I also feel like it goes a little too far of like, wait, are you just talking to me because I'm a woman? Like that's dumb, So I really love that. I also want to say that so many of us are doing this, like we're attaching our personal brands to this because I feel like because there's no farming, because there's like this excitement behind it, but I know there will be benefits. Let's just call them benefits. There's going to be these cool things that happen after mainnet if we just put the energy into it, because I trust the team. Like I trust what you guys are doing. I don't think you're going to let us down, but I think that's why people are so invested, because everyone keeps asking like, oh, when did you get a job with Abstract? Like, no, I don't work for Abstract. I'm just Brooke. And I'm proud to say that. Like, no, this is all content. This is all like, I want to see what happens. I want to be involved, like all that stuff. So I think it's a really, it's just a testament to what you guys are doing. And of course, all the docs that you wrote.
I love how you tag that on. It's like the end of every sentence.
That's right. Have you read the doc?
Appreciate that.
Just read the doc. Oh, we should make a doc of just like, what is content creating? Like, what does it mean to be? No, that's not funny. Something where it's an official doc, but like you can't get to it. Somewhere it's in there, and it just talks about like, is a Giga Chad technically? How is that some sort of code? Oh, I don't know. All right, we're gonna log this off. 2,500 people right now. watch the replay. I'm gonna chop these up. This was awesome. And then we'll chat offline and or I guess online, right? I always say offline, off stream,
Off stream.
online, about doing some like sort of side really technical stuff where we just go through and like, I kind of act like, well, I probably won't know a lot of what you're doing. So like, okay, wait, tell me what that is. Probably the same as what you're getting every day in Telegram groups, but that's okay.
That's all right. At least it's on video this time.
Yeah, exactly. We can laugh about it and make fun of it. All right, I'm going to end the stream. You're more than welcome to just jump off. I think you're awesome. Bye, everybody.